Good morning, everybody. How is it going? I want to talk about Juggernauts Spin. I think this is a really interesting ability. So this ability does the obvious, right? You spin, you deal AoE damage, and you become magic immune. But it also does something else, and that is while you're spinning, you can still attack. You just don't deal any damage. You can hear the attack sound, we just don't deal any damage. Now you may say, but Balmy, you don't deal any damage and this guy is really tanky. Yes, of course. So let's go ahead and just pick up a whole bunch of items then, shall we? So on the ground here you can see I have basically everything that somehow modifies our attacks, right? So I'll pick up a Daedalus and a Desolator and a Monkey King Bar. Now we certainly deal damage, right? If I hit him, ooh, that hurts. If I use this though, oh, we don't actually deal damage, but you saw something right there, right? You saw the nice little critical strike number. Now, this is the interesting thing about it. While you're spinning with Juggernaut and you're attacking somebody, you don't actually deal damage, but all attack modifying effects still apply. Isn't that weird? So here we go, we've got our Skadi. If I use my Skadi to attack somebody, they get slowed. We know that, right? So, whoa, he's slow as fuck now. Now, if I am attacking during the spin, that still applies. Again, all modifying effects apply. I use my spin, I attack him, he is slowed. I don't deal any damage, of course, but he's still slowed. Isn't that interesting, right? This applies for all of these. So if I have my let's say my Daedalus and my Desolator here, I use this, I can crit, and he has -7 armor. Now, again, I don't deal any damage, but I can still do it. Now, something that is a little funny is that, for example, if I go for whatever, let's pick up these items. I'm just randomly picking up items to like prove the point, right? But if I go for a Battle Fury, then it does still cleave, and it cleaves the full damage, right? So in the background here, we've got a Nyx Assassin. I do this, and you can see our axe isn't actually taking any damage, while the Nyx is taking quite a bit, right? And the Nyx keeps taking the same amount of damage if we are just attacking regularly. That's because the cleave just comes through regularly. So if you have a Battle Fury and you're playing Juggernaut and you want to be fancy, then you can just cleave into a fight and spin into a fight and just cleave onto all of your enemies. Isn't that interesting? Now, something else that's kind of cool is if you have a Monkey King Bar, right? This is going to require some close attention, right? So please take a look at Axe's HP part precisely. But if I'm spinning, Axe takes this much damage, right? Okay, we get that. So let's do the same thing while attacking, but with an MKB. And pay attention, there should be spikes. You saw right there? That's where the Monkey King Bar procced. That damage, again, applies regularly. Interesting. Now, so we can definitely use this for a lot of stuff, right? So items like a Diffusal Blade and a Sentient Yasha make a lot of sense because, you know, the Sentient Yasha can still proc, the Diffusal Blade still burns mana. Isn't that nice? Isn't that handy? Now, that's not the only thing that I think is interesting about this ability though. If you're attacking a target that does not get affected by our spin, then you deal regular attack damage. Now, that doesn't mean magic immune targets, right? So I'm attacking the axe, and while he's... Actually, I should probably get some different items. These items deal too much damage. Too much damage that is not part of what we're trying to do here. Right, so we don't have any crits or anything like that now. Actually, we do have crits, but we don't have anything that actually deals any damage. You get the point, right? So, we do this. If we BKB now, you can see the axe doesn't actually take more damage. That's because BKB does not count as not being affected, right? You're still affected by the spin, so you still just take spin damage, which is negated by the BKB, so you don't take any spin damage. Okay? Stuff that, however, does count as not being affected is stuff like buildings, right? So we have this tower right here. You can see, while we're spinning, you can attack it regularly. This applies to all buildings, right? They are all vulnerable while we are spinning. So that's kind of cool, right? So we can definitely use that for pushing, for being aggressive. Generally speaking, if you're playing Juggernaut and you're trying to push down a barracks or anything really, right? Something really safe to do is you put down the healing ward behind you that's going to keep you alive while you just spin, attack the building. So you're basically impossible to jump, you're healing too much, and you're magic immune. Good luck, right? So that's kind of neat. Now another thing that's really interesting is if I have my Juggernaut here, right? So I'm attacking the axe, and the axe activates a blade mail. I take regular attack damage. Did you see that? I just destroyed myself, right? I deal about, what is this? 230 damage, right? I have 6 armor, so 26% reduction. That should add up to about 170 damage, right? So if I activate this, oh cool, I take 170 damage. And if I crit, oh god, I am murdering myself, right? So while I'm not actually taking the damage from the spin, because I am magic immune, right, I do get affected by the attacks on the axe. Now, this is only true since 6.87 because of the new blade mail. If you don't know about the new blade mail, watch one of my recent videos, I explain it there. But yeah, anyway, I thought this was interesting, I thought this was cool, and I hope to see you tomorrow if you did. And if you don't enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave a rating on the video and all of that. Goodbye.